Hello and welcome to my life in StarCraft II, Episode 8. Enjoy! Hello and welcome back to the second play session of StarCraft II, Heart of the Swarm. Now, as I said in the last play session, which is the previous episode, then I told you that the game got stuck. In the end, I just had to take it down because the whole process had gotten stuck, so I just ended the process. One of the nice things I noticed,
Nefesh moved her brood into these ice valleys to fight the Protoss. It is
which I thought I had noticed, was that you could just continue where you left off. I'm not sure if it's still the case, but supposedly if you crash the game, you can just continue from the last checkpoint. On the other hand, because I have checked the checkpoint, I'm not quite sure if it still works that way. I'm guessing we'll just find out in a moment. So, quite nice, those checkpoints. Haven't seen much of them before now, but might just really like them. Now, one of the new things which I want to talk about is, normally I record my life in episodes of about and around 15 minutes. I do this just because it's, of course, the old YouTube upload limit, but also because, like I said on the blog and in some previous videos, I don't have that much time. So what I usually do is I just record one play session of about 3 hours in length. And as soon as I'm able, I'll just edit it a bit. No, first things first, let's turn the sound down a bit, because I can't hear myself whenever she's saying something, and that's annoying.
This Zerg is feral. It is not under the control of any higher entity.
But one of the major advantages of doing it that way is that I can record a play session of about 3 hours, and I have enough material to last me 12 weeks. So this is what I normally do. But I've seen a lot of YouTube videos lately from the campaign, and I decided that I would just change these into episodes of half an hour.
The flash freeze is near.
I just have to find an Ursidon matriarch. The swarm never rests.
The flash freeze has arrived. Your troops are frozen.
These Ursidon, led by matriarch, strong essence. Once local essence assimilated, swarm will resist flash freeze.
Flash freeze storm is fading.
There's not much time. Get going.
But anyway, I wanted to change it in half an hour, just to
Push ahead.
put a bit more flesh to each episode.
Assimilated, swarm resistant to flash freeze.
Excellent. And now I can sense Nefesh's hive cluster nearby.
So from now on, the episodes will be about half an hour instead of 15 minutes. Might be 5 minutes more or less, depends a bit on which part of the mission I am, or if I'm just talking a bit and it
Get going.
seems a bit pointless to stop
Let's get this over with.
in the middle of something.
Nefash's brood. Protoss must have wiped them out. I'll awaken this hive cluster for the swarm.
The Protoss sense the awakening. They are aware of our presence.
The Queen Blades. What has happened? Rare and human.
Well, we've seen that before, so we're not going to give that too much attention.
Essence nearby. If collected, swarm can become more efficient in flash freeze.
I do like an efficient swarm. If I have a chance, I will hunt down some matriarchs.
By accomplishing these goals, you will grow more powerful. Your damage, energy, or life will immediately improve as your power level increases.
So we need to defend this.
Slow her down. Take the fight to her.
In this case, we'll do it in the most easy way that I know about, which is
Approaching the hive
going to the narrow area and just using a few spine crawlers and queens and just stop them that way.
Black breeze approaching. The Protoss will be vulnerable until it passes.
The Protoss are defenseless. Attack now. Come fight me.
So let's just target them down a bit. Always a good thing in my opinion. So let's keep these coming. We need a few minerals just to start this up. Nothing special to be honest, but need a few drones just to be able to mutate them. And of course we will use the creep tumors to get ourselves a few extra movement speed and vision.
Now ending.
You have my attention.
So queens are a bit expensive, which is probably one of the reasons why you normally don't get much of them, especially in the beginning. Of course, in the long run, it doesn't really matter that much. So we'll just change this up a bit. We're going to leave with 1 queen with each defense for now. Probably 2 in the
Swarm
end, but for now this should do it. So I'm guessing
Flash freeze coming in soon.
that went a bit faster than expected.
Flash freeze storm has arrived.
Press our advantage. Destroy the Protoss. Out with it.
So one of the major advantages of the Flash Freeze of course is that we can just
No escape.
attack without losing any units, which is always a good thing. We just have 2 minutes in which we do lots of damage,
Spare no one.
and almost nothing will be done in return.
This ends now.
Of course you still need to hurry a bit,
Just
because you only got about a minute and a half.
no prisoners. No escape. This one is mine.
We'll not take down the spire just yet. I expect it's just one extra objective that we'll get after it, but I do want to leave me a bit of time to do the extra missions. So we'll just pull back right now.
Freeze is ending.
We'll go muck about a bit later. Now in the meantime we should have an evolution chamber. Always good to get some upgrades, of course. Doesn't really matter, but the reason that I wanted it was because I don't know if we have any air units. So we need to build us a bit of air defense. Also fairly normal. So it's not like we're doing that much extra. Now, like you can see, we could press our advantage a bit by placing these spine crawlers over here,
Swarm hungers.
but I'm afraid that's not such a good idea. Because I want to defend this entire area with just 2 queens. So they can heal each other and the buildings. And the best way to do it is to keep the entire defended area pretty close.
You can spawn more overlords to increase your supply.
So as usual, the overlords are the biggest problem. I always have that, to be honest. I'm really bad in macro-managing that particular stuff.
Storm has hit.
The Protoss are defenseless. Attack now.
So this will be our new strike force. We'll take a few Zerglings with us. Mostly to oh my. It will be mostly done to protect the roaches but they'll not take a lot of damage before they die, but it should be enough. We have 2 queens with us, so on that front we should also be well represented. I believe they are nearly done hatching.
Speak quickly.
So they will be my new army,
There's not
at
much
least for
time.
now.
Let's get this over.
Flash freeze is passing.
Get going. The swarm never rests. Nothing stands in my way. Push ahead. No escape.
So let's just take down this one.
My queen. Completing bonus objectives will increase your power level.
Get going. Let's get this
And
over.
that is probably just why I do it this way.
This ends now. There's not much time. The swarm never rests. Push ahead. Spare no one. Nothing stands in my way.
So by doing it this way we can
Useful. Visibility during flash freeze increased.
guess we just got attacked.
Swarm hungers.
So let's just see if we can find that
Let's get this over with.
extra one. We can use our zerglings to draw out a bit of fire. Draw them a bit out so that all the roaches can fire on everything.
Flash freeze coming in soon. The flash freeze
Let's
time
just
is getting shorter. It will be harder to take advantage of the storms.
pull back a bit. Of course this wasn't really what I intended. Wanted to keep back a bit, but well, we're not always that fortunate. Sadly.
Let's get this over with.
Just wait until the freeze comes and then we'll take out the cannon.
The Protoss forces are now frozen.
Of course the easiest way is always to take out the pylon,
Press the attack.
because then you have all the time
This
to
world is mine.
kill the rest.
Nothing stands in my way. You'll regret that.
Guessing this will also be a cannon. Didn't really notice a lot about this because the last base we took out was also experiencing a
This ends
bit of the freeze flash.
Press the attack. Push ahead. Spare
Oh
no
my.
one.
Flash freeze ending. We should retreat until the next storm hits.
Really dangerous, those
The swarm never.
flashes.
Yes.
Really need to stay out of the base for a bit. Don't want full force after us. Now one of the major advantages of Zerg is that you can burrow everything. No my, where do they come from? Let's just see if we can find another path down here. Because it's quite annoying to have to defend all the time when we're when we don't know where they are coming from.
Flash freeze coming in soon.
Who asked you?
So using Burrow we can just surprise the enemy when they are in the middle of us. Because a lot of enemies, especially if you're fighting Terran, have the big advantage that they can just shoot when you try to walk towards them,
Flash freeze.
and we don't have to deal with that now because we can
Get
just
going.
burrow, wait until they are near, and then just hit them as hard as possible.
That might be. Spare no one. Take no prisoners.
But of course that doesn't really matter right now because they are just frozen solid.
Press the attack.
So first we will disable most of them just by taking out violence and the units, of course.
Just
The
die.
more we take out, the better.
Now.
We don't have a lot of time because
Take no prisoners.
as you can see, the flash freeze doesn't take that long.
Flash freeze now ending.
Push ahead.
And we will burrow. Just in time to not get ourselves killed too quickly. Now in the meantime we'll just spread our creep a bit. It's not really that impressive, it's just it gives us a lot more vision. It allows us to see whatever is happening. And as you can see, just being in this position is pretty defensive. Now we'll just place the spine crawlers a bit closer. And we'll just make this a bit more narrow. That way I don't have to defend both this lane and that lane. Or at least I can defend them. But most of it is centered around here. And of course, seeing as most of them attack through here, that is the best thing for now.
Flash freeze will be here soon.
So,
Speak quickly. Nothing stands in my way. This world is
A flash freeze storm has hit.
I guess we will have to kill them again.
press the attack.
Or at least kill as much of them again.
Take no prisoners.
For now, we'll
You'll
just
regret
cripple
that.
them as much as possible. Means we need to take out most of their units.
Over with. Just
Take
die.
out as many probes as possible.
No
Because of
escape.
course, if they have to rebuild their economics, then they're screwed.
Push ahead. Press the
Of course, any unit that we take out in the meantime is also a big advantage.
Let's get this over with.
But that's mostly just a secondary
Flash freeze now ending.
requirement.
The swarm never rests.
Now you can also see why spreading creep is always a good thing. Because she can get really close. To them without really endangering anything. I mean, I just made 2 of these and I've just been spreading them around a bit. So we lost 1 spine crawler. Not really that bad. Just replaced it a bit because we don't really want it to do anything dangerous. Of course, another before we get off topic again, another one of the major advantages of creep spread is of course that some units will be able to move faster and everything. But that's not really something which we will notice right now. Because we don't have that many of those units. I mean, we have the queen, but that's about it.
Who asked you?
Flash freeze is here.
Come fight me.
So I just found out that we have
Press the attack.
another Protoss base around here.
This one's mine.
And it's at least efficient enough to be really annoying.
Take no prisoners. Spare no one. No escape. Just die. This ends now. This one's mine.
So I must say this flash freeze business is really good to limit your unit losses.
The swarm never rests.
Of course, it's not the main reason that we do it,
Storm is fading.
Let's get this over with.
but there are worse
This
things.
world is mine. Take no prisoners. Get going.
Matriarch Essence assimilated. Swarm perfectly adapted to fighting flash-freeze storms.
I feel stronger.
So I'm guessing by now that we can take down most of this.
The swarm never rests.
So I'm guessing that we will have another base down here. But I prefer not to deal with it right now. We will have vision about most of the map. For now that's enough. And of course we have a creep spreading all over the place.
Flash freeze storm approaching soon.
The swarm hungers.
So we'll just attack move through the village. They should
Get going.
they should destroy most of it this way
Flash freeze.
without me having to think about it. like I said, they should take it down pretty quick.
One down.
If you destroy our spires, we will give word to Sakuras.
That's it for this week. If you have any questions, you can send them to mail@helldrive.com or you can leave them in the comments below. See you guys next time.